Greetings, Saints. We continue our experience of Holy Week by looking at the Gospel lesson appointed for the day from the Eucharistic Lectionary and sharing a very brief reflection. There'll also be a reflection question at the end to prompt your thoughts, journaling, and prayers as we journey to Easter Sunday. Today is Good Friday, and our text is John chapter 18, verse 1 to chapter 19, verse 42. Thomas à Kempis, the author of The Imitation of Christ, wrote, "There is no escaping the cross. Either you will experience physical hardship or tribulation of spirit in your soul. The cross is unavoidable. It waits for you everywhere. If you willingly carry the cross, it will carry you." Saints, this is a word. When the coronavirus first began circulating and the wider public really began to pay attention, many an expert, doctors in the field of infectious medicine, were saying things like, everyone will be impacted by COVID-19. It's not a matter of if, but when. It is unavoidable. Both of these unavoidables are acknowledgments of some sure and certain truths about life if we are paying attention. Jesus gave himself on the cross to die, knowing that death would not be the end. Jesus lived fully, experiencing joys and pleasures of life as well as hardship and suffering. His suffering on the cross for the sake of the world was not just about his dying, but about his rising. Well, see, not yet. It's so hard for me to just sit with the suffering and the dying. I so want to get to the rising. Good Friday is that time when we must just sit and let Jesus' suffering and dying be what it is. This is the time to remember our complicity in watching love die, to weep bitterly over what might have been, to know ourselves to be too much like his disciples, those who fled, those who denounced, those who watched from a distance, and those who stood at the foot of the cross gazing upon love incarnate. Can we stay steadfast in this difficult moment? Good Friday, in the midst of a global pandemic, highlights the truth that everyone has a cross to bear. It is unavoidable. We who follow in the way of love that is Jesus also have the sure and certain truth that God is present with us in our sufferings, whatever they may be. My reflection question of the day is this. In this time of suffering and grief, when the cross may seem like too much to bear, what is your prayer? Blessings, beloved. In this time and always, may you know the nearness of Christ.